Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about point mutations and how they affect transcription and translation in a DNA sequence. So here, this top strand from 5' to 3' is our coding strand, and this bottom one from 3' to 5' is our template strand. So from our DNA sequence, we go through transcription to get our mRNA sequence. And from our mRNA sequence, we then can go into translation to start coding for our amino acid proteins. Our mRNA sequence is just going to be our coding strand, but instead of T's, they're going to have U's. Then, once we have our mRNA sequence, we can then look for groups of bases. There should be 3 of them that will code for either the start of translation or the stop of translation, and the ones in between will be coding for different amino acid proteins. And we can see what they code for by using a coding dictionary, like over to the right. Well, if we have a mutation in our DNA sequence, then that can affect our mRNA strand or our mRNA sequence and the amino acid proteins that they code for. So this first mutation is a nonsense mutation, and a nonsense mutation will change a codon and make it a stop codon. So here we have a transition mutation from a G to an A, and that A caused this to become a stop codon, which will stop the amino acid protein translation. Next, we have a messense mutation, which will basically just take the original amino acid protein that was there and replace it with a new one. So now we have a transversion mutation, and it went from a C to an A. And now it is AAU, which then codes for an N amino acid instead of ACU, which would have coded for a T. Now we have a silent mutation. And a silent mutation, all it does is it changes one of the bases in the DNA sequence in the mRNA, but it will still code for the same exact amino acid. So we had a transition mutation that started with a T and changed to a C, but it still codes for the same protein, not affecting the amino acid protein strand. And last, we have a read-through mutation, which takes an original stop codon and now makes it a codon that will code for a specific amino acid protein. And here we have a transition mutation from a T to a C, which took this original stop codon and made it code for the R amino acid protein and extended the amino acid protein chain. So that is how mutations affect DNA sequences. And here are my references.